All around the world, we've heard that humans only use 10% of their brain. We first have to say that this is false. And it has been rumored from different places, especially Hollywood films. Movies like Lucy and Limitless. In this movie, this person takes a pill and he's able to use 100% of his brain. They're interesting movies, but very fake. Neurologists say that a human could use 100% of their brain in one single day, but he can't use 100% of their brain in one moment. We all know that the brain is very complicated, and we still don't completely know it. It's good to know that most of the energy us humans use is for the brain. The brain is focused on itself. It knows how much energy it needs and if it's available for it or not. When it realizes that there's not 100% energy available, it will take it easy in some places, or vice versa. Do you know when you're used to some place, you could do your work in the dark? This is the brain's job. It tries to create habits to make its life easier and use way less energy. It does something so when you're trying to figure something out, you don't have to think much about it and you know what you're doing. It kinda doesn't bother the brain to try very hard. But the brain doesn't only create good habits. Anything that makes its life easier, it will try to do, especially bad habits. Like smoking cigarettes, or other types of problems, chewing on your nails. Even we know that the 10% brain thing is a myth, but neurologists believe that we still don't know what's going on in the brain, and we don't completely know it. They say what we know of is not the full power, and it has a lot more potential. For the brain to learn, it needs to take it step by step. Like if you want to be a professor, you have to start from the beginning and slowly learn and learn so you could get to the professor level. Like you want to learn an instrument. When you don't know anything, your brain can't handle it, and it's very hard for the brain to learn very simple things at that stage. But when you take the learning step by step, then you realize that you're learning very hard things about the instrument very easily because your brain has gotten used to it. This works with all types of things. Like if you want to learn to play a video game, the first game you start playing, you're pretty bad at it. You could be a genius at something. Your game is still gonna be very bad. You have to take it slowly step by step and get better. And that is why they say practice makes perfect. Like when you see someone that's very good at something, it's not like they spawned in like that. They took it step by step and they got to that level. This is basically the function of the brain. If you exercise the brain in something you like, it will return the favor. We all know that the brain is in two pieces. The right side controls the left side of your body. The left side controls the right side. Some say that left-handed people are smarter, and others say no, right-handed people are smarter. None of this is true. It's just a preference your brain has chosen. You could practice with your brain and make yourself left-handed or right-handed. Or you could even start writing with both hands. Never forget that. You have to take everything step by step. Nobody became a scientist all of a sudden. They always ask, how can we use 100% of our brain? How can we activate 87 billion neurons in our brains? Scientists believe you can't really do something like that. There's only one way, and it's in the movies. Neurologists believe that if all your neurons activate all at once, it's gonna cause you to have a seizure. When a human is learning something, like for example anything, like learning to drive, or learning a new language, instrument, learning a poem, all of this is brain exercise. You've seen some people that have very strong bodies, and it's obvious that they work out. Exercise brains are the same. The more you work them out, the better they work. Never let your brain to get lazy and basically shut down. In that case, your brain is gonna get lazier and lazier. And learning new things is gonna become harder and harder. But we all know after 30 years old, it's gonna get harder to learn new things. It's not like it's impossible, it's just gonna be harder. So you have to start very early in the exercise of your brain. When you're at age 30 and you've exercised your brain all that time, your job is gonna be a lot easier, and learning new things is gonna be way easier. Exercising the brain and learning new things is a never-ending process, and all it does is help you learn easier. Neurologists believe that when you have an exercised brain, you have more self-esteem, and this causes your stress levels to decline and be very more controlled, and your brain is not gonna let you have anxiety. This causes negative thoughts to go away, and the person will have a more positive look on life. In that case, you have control over your brain, and this control allows you to not let any stress or negativity affect you. So now we realize that a healthy, good working brain is in our hand. There's no pill or medication for it. There's no plant for it, and nothing else. It's just exercising it. But don't think that if you have a very exercised brain, you could have access to all of the neurons all at once and do weird things with it, like in the movies. Just like we said, this stuff is only found in movies. We don't completely know what the true potential of the brain is. But until now, we found out the more we exercise the brain, it's gonna return the favor and make you a better person.